Federal agents just hit a cartel trucking empire, 273 arrests and 52 tons of meth seized. But the trucks looked 100% legit.
4 a.m. San Antonio, Texas. Chill air clings to asphalt. Streetlights cast long shadows. Fog drifts over the interstate. It's early. Too early for life. Perfect for a takedown. 250 tractor-trailers idle in rows. Engines silent. Tarps flutter faintly in the wind. What looks like cargo destined for America's shelves holds a deadly secret. Inside this fleet, 52 tons of methamphetamine, 273 arrests imminent, 400 federal agents mobilized. This isn't logistics. This is terror disguised as commerce. Hit like so this story reaches more people. The company, Southwest Logistics. 15 years of spotless safety records. Contracts with Walmart, Costco, Kroger. Distribution routes across 48 states. Legitimate on paper. Lethal in execution. What followed would expose a cartel front so sophisticated it fooled inspectors, regulators, and corporate security for years. At 4:05 a.m., tactical vehicles spread out across Texas, Oklahoma, Georgia, Illinois, New York, and California. DEA, FBI, Highway Patrol, U.S. Marshals. Every agency primed. Every route tracked. This is precision, not chaos. Comment exposed if this surprises you. An unmarked DEA SUV slides onto Interstate 10 near Beaumont. 3 priority trucks ahead, engines off. The first truck's driver yawns, stretches, unaware his name is already on an indictment. Pulled over. Flashlights. Tactical gear. Hands on holsters. Priority driver, cuffed in seconds. What they find next shocks even veteran agents. A floorboard lifted. Vacuum-sealed bundles beneath pallets of avocados. 50 kilograms of pure methamphetamine. Not hidden. Engineered. These compartments weren't improvisations. They were installations. Hardwired into the trailer. Hydraulic lifts. Climate bypass systems. Falsified insulation. Designed to evade X-rays and density scanners. This wasn't smuggling. This was engineering. Type yes if you want to see how deep this goes. Southwest Logistics wasn't infiltrated by cartels. It was owned by them. Agents learned this because one driver got arrested months earlier. A routine stop that led to a hidden 100 kg load. K9 units on scene. Density scanner anomalies. Custom-built voids under genuine produce crates. The driver swore he had no idea. And for the first time, agents believed him. Because the trucks were engineered, not hidden by amateurs. DEA intelligence reveals the truth. Of 250 trucks, 100 were priority units equipped with stealth compartments. 150 were legitimate haulers, carrying produce to generate clean revenue and perfect safety profiles. Build trust. Obscure suspicion. A 2-tier system. Perfect on the surface. Toxic underneath. Share this so more people understand how this was possible. Priority truck routes weren't random. They used coded GPS channels, encrypted messaging apps, and modified dispatch logs. Maintenance schedules synchronized with cartel shipment windows. Drivers with bonuses. Drivers in the dark. Some knew they moved contraband. Others were paid enough to never ask questions. This wasn't happenstance. This was business. And business was booming. Over 2 years, this fleet moved 52 tons of methamphetamine, enough product to supply the entire population of a major city for a decade. Illicit profits, more than $300 million. Legal revenue, $30 million per year. Shadow ledgers show deliberate budgeting for illegal shipment operations. More profit than legitimate business. Not hidden, just buried in codes. Type yes if you want to see how the takedown unfolded. Forensics teams tracking priority units uncovered a chilling pattern. Every truck that carried meth left indicators weeks before seizures, tire tracks, fuel receipts, route deviations, but nothing stood out to routine inspectors. Until now, this wasn't small-time smuggling. This was national distribution. DEA Special Agent Maria Rodriguez led the investigation codenamed Operation Highway Harvest. 18 months of intel gathering, encrypted phone taps, GPS intercepts, cartel logistics maps. Every clue pointed to one truth. Southwest Logistics was a cartel trucking empire, and tonight it would fall. If this shocks you, hit like now. At Southwest Logistics Corporate Headquarters, an elegant glass-walled building in suburban San Antonio, the scene looks nothing like a criminal hideout. Executive offices, Chamber of Commerce plaques, safety awards framed on walls. But behind those glass doors, investigators know the truth. Servers hold shadow ledgers, emails with coded shipment schedules, maintenance invoices that never passed through accountants. This wasn't a legitimate company corrupted from within. This was a criminal enterprise masquerading as legitimate logistics. At 4:18 a.m., FBI SWAT breaches the front entrance. Flashbangs, locked doors, turrets raised, executives handcuffed at their desks. They thought immunity came with revenue. They were wrong. Agents move room to room. Servers seized. Backup drives imaged. Encrypted database access codes written down. Digital evidence extracted in real time. Type justice if you believe corporate crime should carry maximum accountability. Simultaneously, a tactical team hits the company's maintenance depot outside town. This is the engineering hub, the modification garage. Inside, mechanics are found with welding torches in hand, mid-installation of a hydraulic concealment system under a trailer floor. Tools still warm. Blueprints in open folders. Not backyard welders. Cartel-paid fabricators. They thought they'd never be caught. They were wrong. What they found next confirms the full scale. Blueprints show compartment designs that could conceal 100 to 200 kilograms of meth per run, 20 times larger than typical smuggling loads. Entire trailer halves turned into vaults. This wasn't innovation. This was industrial concealment. Share this so people know what was unearthed. By sunrise, the scope is undeniable. Southwest Logistics is no longer a trucking company. It's a cartel distribution network. Type yes to see how the raid spreads nationwide and how innocent drivers were saved. 4:30 a.m. Chicago, Illinois. Fog blankets Lake Shore Drive. Streetlights flicker. Empty trucks line the docks. But the quiet is deceptive. Federal agents move like shadows. Every route monitored. Every priority truck tracked. On the westbound side of I-80, a refrigerated trailer slows. Flashing lights. 3 unmarked SUVs converge. Driver steps out. Tactical vests. Weapons drawn. Hands cuffed behind his back. Inside the trailer, pallets of bananas. Hidden beneath, 75 kilograms of crystal meth. Not small time. Not opportunistic. Engineered. Precise. Deadly. If you want to see how deep this goes, hit like now. Meanwhile, in Atlanta, Georgia, a priority unit pulls into a routine inspection station. Except this is no routine. DEA and ICE agents have been waiting weeks. The driver complies, thinking it's standard DOT procedure. Seconds later, agents surround the vehicle. The compartment beneath the floorboard is opened. 50 kilograms of meth inside. The deeper agents dug, the clearer it became. Every major city, New York, Los Angeles, Houston, Miami, had received illicit shipments. The cartel had embedded itself into America's food supply chain. Comment exposed if this surprises you. Back in Texas, Special Agent Maria Rodriguez oversees operations from the command center. Screens flicker with GPS feeds. Live CCTV from distribution warehouses. Driver logs, fuel receipts, shipment manifests, all cross-referenced. This wasn't a rogue driver, she says. This was a system. By 5:15 a.m., the first wave of arrests is complete. 273 individuals in custody. The CEO, executives, maintenance managers, priority drivers, mechanics. But not all were guilty. Nearly 150 drivers were innocent, unaware of the contraband hidden in their trucks. They had delivered lettuce, tomatoes, and avocados, never suspecting a 100 kilograms meth payload below. Type yes if you want to see how the innocent were protected. Financial investigators begin tracing the shadow ledgers. $300 million in illicit profits. $30 million legal revenue per year. Invoices, coded payments, offshore accounts. Everything planned meticulously. The order came at 5:30 a.m. Simultaneous raids across 12 states. SWAT teams at corporate headquarters. Special units at modification garages. Surveillance teams on every priority truck route. Doors opened. Agents moved. Guns drawn. Flashbangs, cuffs, shouts. Executives pulled from leather chairs. Mechanics still welding. Share this so more communities understand the scale. In Bensonville, Illinois, warehouse teams dismantle pallets. Vacuum-sealed bundles. Hidden compartments. Even climate-controlled refrigeration bypassed to hide the smell. The cartel had weaponized logistics. Every major retailer had been unknowingly complicit. Walmart, Costco, Kroger. Distribution centers used as transfer points. Corporate security horrified. Contracts terminated. Southwest Logistics blacklisted. Comment your reaction below. Back at headquarters, Rodriguez reviews every confiscated phone, tablet, and server. Encrypted messages. GPS trackers. Shipment codes. Every piece of evidence ties back to cartel leadership in Mexico. CJNG. Sinaloa. Gulf Cartel. International coordination. Cross-border laundering. The scale is staggering. By 6 a.m., the first 50 trucks have been intercepted. 52 tons of methamphetamine in total. Street value, over $2 billion. Not kilograms, tons. The operation wasn't just a bust. It was the dismantling of a national network. Type yes if you want to see the legal aftermath and life sentences. Inside the corporate HQ, emails reveal executives knew exactly what they were doing. Shadow ledgers matched shipment dates. Maintenance schedules synced with narcotics deliveries. The legitimate business was a cover. This wasn't accounting. This was complicity. Federal prosecutors don't treat it lightly. RICO charges filed. The entire corporate structure indicted as a single criminal enterprise. CEO, managers, priority drivers, all equally liable. The legitimate company defense collapses under shadow ledger evidence. $50 million in annual revenue? Just the cost of covering illicit operations. $300 million in profits. The real business. Share this so more people understand corporate corruption. Meanwhile, in Atlanta, agents find another compartment. 30 kilograms of meth beneath crates of lettuce. Priority driver detained. Mechanic on site. Welding torch still in hand. The precision is terrifying. Every single detail meticulously planned. Every route logged. Every compartment tested to bypass inspections. Even K9 units had been trained to look the other way with misdirection. This wasn't a flaw. It was strategy. Hit subscribe so you don't miss updates. Back in Texas, the community reels. Innocent drivers stunned. Nearly 150 cleared. Commercial licenses returned. Lives disrupted. But the guilty. Life sentences. 20 to 40 years for priority drivers. 15 to 30 for mechanics. Executives. Life without parole. This wasn't corporate fraud. This was betrayal of public trust. Share this video before it's buried. Meanwhile, law enforcement begins processing assets. Fleet of 250 trucks seized. Trailers confiscated. Maintenance yards shuttered. Bank accounts frozen. Over $100 million in total. Even the tools of the trade, welding torches, hydraulic lifts, redirected to victim compensation and law enforcement funding. The damage spreads. From highways to communities. From families to corporate boardrooms. Type justice if you believe accountability matters. 7:05 a.m. El Paso, Texas. Sunlight pierces the desert haze. Southwest Logistics headquarters is a war zone. Agents move through glass corridors. Servers seized. Documents stacked. Every executive's office meticulously searched. The deeper investigators dug, the clearer the hierarchy became. CEO Alejandro Herrera at the top. Operations Manager Carlos Mendez coordinating every priority shipment. Lead mechanic Javier Ortiz, the architect of the hidden compartments. And dozens of middle managers, all complicit. Each link reinforced the network. No rogue drivers. No isolated mechanics. Every trail pointed to the same cartel command in Guadalajara. The evidence revealed intricate connections to Sinaloa Cartel financial networks. Offshore accounts in Panama, Belize, and the Cayman Islands. Money wired through shell companies disguised as equipment vendors. Invoices for spare parts. Fronts for laundering $12.8 million. What followed would shock even veteran agents. In Phoenix, Arizona, an intercepted shipment reveals 200 kilograms of meth hidden beneath crates of apples. Driver detained. GPS and cell records show a complex relay system moving drugs through multiple states. Each leg timed to perfection. This wasn't improvisation. This was precision engineering. Share this so more people understand how cartels exploit legitimate infrastructure. Back in Houston, the maintenance garage is crawling with investigators. Ortiz's blueprints show hydraulic floors, climate-controlled compartments, and false walls designed to bypass X-ray scanners. Every weld, every panel, a masterclass in industrial-grade concealment. Agents find welding schedules matching priority truck manifests. Mechanics arrested with tools in hand. Hit like if you believe expertise should not shield criminals. Meanwhile, federal prosecutors compile the RICO case. Emails between Herrera and Mendez discuss delivery schedules, profit margins, and risk mitigation. Ensure all trucks pass DOT inspection, one reads. Not compliance. Manipulation. The trial is historic. Executives claim legitimate business. Contracts with Walmart and Kroger cited. 15 years of tax returns presented. The DEA counters with shadow ledgers. Encrypted financial files showing illicit revenue. Emails scheduling compartment modifications. Bank transfers to cartel-controlled accounts. Every lie exposed. Comment revealed if you believe truth prevailed. Across the nation, priority drivers face sentences. Some cooperate. Reduced time. Most don't. 20 to 40 years behind bars. Mechanics, 15 to 30. Executives, life without parole. The message is clear. Using a legitimate front to distribute poison will not be tolerated. In Bensonville, Illinois, investigators tally seizures. 52 tons of methamphetamine, 1.7 million pills. Street value, $2.4 billion. Every major hub examined. Bananas, lettuce, avocados, apples, nothing was safe. Cartel had weaponized the grocery supply chain. Type yes if you want to see how communities recovered. The aftermath ripples through families and neighborhoods. Innocent drivers released. Some lose jobs, homes, and savings. Communities horrified at the scale of infiltration. Corporate America shaken. Retailers overhauled vetting. The Southwest Logistics Rule implemented industry-wide. Deeper audits. GPS tracking. Density scanning. No longer blind trust. Share this so corporate vigilance becomes standard. In Washington, D.C., DOT officials deploy advanced mobile scanning units, ground-penetrating radar, X-ray trucks, and canine units enhanced. Inspection protocols rewritten. The hidden compartments that fooled authorities for 2 years are now a known vulnerability. Special Agent Maria Rodriguez receives top commendations. Her investigation exposed a structural flaw in national infrastructure. The highways, the supply chain, the communities, all defended. Hit subscribe so you don't miss future exposés. The fight isn't over. Cartels adapt. New methods emerge. Law enforcement evolves. Every shipment a potential battlefield. Families, neighborhoods, and honest truckers depend on vigilance. The betrayal of trust is costly. The systemic lesson is clear. Integrity cannot be assumed. Hit like if you believe justice is worth fighting for. Comment below with your questions. Share this story. Subscribe so you don't miss what happens next. The American supply chain is a battlefield. Enemies are not always shadows. Sometimes they drive next to you, uniformed, waving a clipboard. But if there are agents willing to dig, dogs willing to trust instincts, and prosecutors willing to wield the full weight of the law, the highways are defended. This was not a minor crime. This was a cartel engineering death through legitimate channels. The trucks are gone. The executives are imprisoned. The mechanics are serving decades. The priority drivers are behind bars. The innocent are cleared. But this is only the beginning. Cartels will evolve. Law enforcement must adapt. And the lesson remains. Justice isn't for sale. It is enforced. Share this so the scale of corruption is known. Comment exposed if you were shocked. Hit subscribe to follow every investigation. The fight continues.